as it should be.
Gotcha. Well, I am live now.
Okay.
So,
I'm now live.
Assuming you are also now live.
Yeah.
It sounded like that was kind of for me, kind of for your audience. So I was like,
No, that was for you.
Oh,
but
sorry.
They already know. That's fine. They already know because I said basically the same thing yesterday when I streamed.
Gotcha.
I streamed XCOM, which was just like, now that I think about it,
yeah.
Probably a bad idea.
Why? Because the aliens were too scary?
No, because my decision-making process is flawed.
Ah, and that's a decision-making game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've been playing that
strategy game, but I was okay with it. So.
Yeah, I've been playing that new Zelda game, like when I'm like my brain is melted. Like after I got the new video edited, I gave myself a lot of technical challenges in editing that one. So it was great when it actually got finished, but it took me way longer than I expected. And then I was like, okay, so the video went live an hour before my Hermitcraft stream. I think I'm just gonna not stream Hermitcraft. I'll stream Tears of the Kingdom, so nobody's like, oh no, I gotta pick between two Joe Hill's Hermitcraft things, you know? But yeah.
I do know, Joe. I do know.
And people are like, Joe, what are your goals? And I'm like, my brain is tired. I'm going to keep going west until I can't go west anymore. And then I went all the way west. And people are like, so do you have this yet? Do you have that yet? Do you have this yet? Do you have that yet? I'm like, no. I literally just started going west. Like, I don't have more than 4 hearts. I don't have a paraglider. Everybody's like, you should talk to the paraglider person. I'm like, no, that's not west of me. We're going this way. I'm tired.
God, I think my decision-making skills were better than that.
Yeah. Well, I actually did really well. I mean, I died a lot. Because, like, you're not supposed to just, like, fight a bunch of things with 4 hearts. You're supposed to do the main story. And I chose not to.
That's fair.
That was not how we were living that life. Okay.
Yeah. Nuno says it's a pretty color scheme. Yes. July's theme for the stickers that I get each month for my budget stuff is mermaid colored, which I knew before I chose aliens as my theme. But it's fine. Mermaid aliens, we're cool. It looks starry. It's fine. Look, that looks like stars. We're good.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up your thing on my overlay here too, so people can see your stuff. Just give me a second, folks.
And I got some sparkly, like, extra washy stuff, so which looks like stars, which I can use for the things. Mermaid aliens, hell yeah!
Oh, those are fun colors.
They're pretty. I'm not normally like a pastely kind of person, but I can make exceptions. I can make exceptions.
I'm glad.
I know.
That shows a lot of maturity.
I am very mature.
Zombie Cleo for mature audiences. I mean, technically my stream is marked as for mature audiences.
I mean, I tend not to do it when I'm just here with you.
Well, the thing is, though, but like their definition of what is mature is so broad. They're like, are you going to have a sip of wine? Better mark that stream mature. You going to talk about Dracula murdering somebody? Depends on the murder. Might be a mature murder. And I'm like, I don't know what degree of discussing violence is acceptable. Like, I'm just going to mark it mature. Whatever. We're reading Dracula. Going with it.
We're reading Dracula. Go with it.
Yeah.
It's like some pretty good advice, not gonna lie. Who's to say there's no mermaids in space? I mean... scientists will probably go, yeah, chances seem slim. But what do they know?
Are they mermaids in spaceships with water in the ships instead of air?
I mean, I don't think it would be any different from us going into space with air.
I mean, you'd be a higher pressure vessel, I think.
Yeah, but like if you're like an alien that's going to space, you've probably got that shit figured out. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I know.
I told you my brain was messy.
Well, but I was gonna no, but my question was: are we talking about mermaids in a capsule, or are we talking about mermaids who breathe vacuum instead of water? like, are they space mermaids? Because they
No,
use
I didn't say they were
space
space
instead of
mermaids.
water.
I said they were alien mermaids, which suggests they have a home planet.
Okay.
Space mermaids would be like.
Can you? Are you saying if you're an alien, you have to have a home?
No, what I'm saying is you have to have a point of. I don't think there's any. It's like space whales probably don't exist because it's going to be very difficult to form life in the vacuum of space.
Yeah.
I'm not talking saying it doesn't happen. I'm saying spontaneous generation has been proven scientifically to not be a thing that works.
Yeah, it's very challenging.
Hey, Gem, how you doing?
Gemini. Hey.
Yes, Joe. That is who that is.
I know. I'm excited. Cleo.
Yeah.
We can both be excited to see our friend. It's okay.
No, just me.
Okay.
Just me.
Oh, it's like Grian the other day. He's like, Mumbo's my best friend. Nobody else can push this button but me.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, yeah. And then and I was like, well, Mumbo came and visited me in False in Nashville. Did he come visit you in Nashville? He's like, no, we went on a road trip together. And I was like, I don't know if it counts if Microsoft had to pay you. Apparently they didn't get paid for that. Did you?
What?
I was like, wait, you got in that?
I'm not going into other people's business dealings, Joe.
Well, no, he talked. He said this on stream, but like, so this is not private. But like, I was like, wait, you've got into that car. Like, I don't know if you saw the car they were driving around in for that Minecraft Earth thing. That thing was a death trap. I was like, you got in that vehicle voluntarily for free. Oh boy. That's a yeah.
People's decisions aren't yours, Joe. People are allowed to make different choices.
People make different choices, and we embrace all of them. Big hugs to everyone, including Mumbo's best friend, Grian.
Gem, I'm going to be practicing tomorrow, like, a lot. So if you're about, I'd love to do some more practice with you. I might stream it. I don't know how I'm feeling about streaming at the moment, but yeah.
Well, here's what you do: is you set it to emote only mode, and you say like, well, practices may be observed but not interfered with, or something.
That's not really me, Joe.
Yeah.
Streams are there to be interacted with. That's how I feel. If I'm not going to interact with people, I might as well make a video.
You can call that video 4 hours of practice for MCC.
I could, but it would make me tired. So So yes, Gem, if you're about, tomorrow is a good day. I mean, I don't know, actually. It might not be a good day. Days are weird.
I like to think that
I feel like,
honestly,
being with Joe makes me go, no, maybe tomorrow's not a good day. Maybe tomorrow's bad.
Oh no, Cleo, I'm failing you. I need to be more encouraging. Cleo, every day's like a rainbow. You can't see the end. No, that's not helpful, is it?
That's not better, Joe.
That's not helpful. I'm bad at this.
Thank you, Jen. That's positive. It'll be a good day because I get to spend time with you. And that, you know what? That makes me feel happy. Yeah. Yes, Jem, that you have succeeded where Joe has failed me.
Yay!
Dang, Joe. Way to lighten the mood.
Yeah. I feel like there was a way to frame that better, where it's like, there's a treasure at the end, whether you can see it or not. Oh, whoops! And I just posted the tip link in the wrong window. Sorry.
You tipped me. Oh.
I'm sorry, Cleo. You can remove that.
I don't care enough to remove it.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I had the windows swapped.
Joe also needs tips. Speaking of tips, thank you, Paleo, for the biddies, and thank you, Freudianity, for the 11-month resub. I do appreciate you. Today is going about as well as I expected today to go. Way to set the mood alight, Joe.
Yeah.
Yep, no, that's a thing.
The mood has come aflame. Okay, switch into the other mic. Give me a second. Oh, this is not.
That's okay, Joe. Take the time that you need.
Oh boy. Okay.
Not gonna say anything.
You can say whatever you want. I can hear you. I've got the headphones on. I mean, or you're like, oh, I'm not gonna say anything. Like, oh, I'm not gonna criticize you because I can hear you. I have the headphones on. You can criticize me.
I could, but I just got a raid. So thank you, Richard Thornton, for coming over with your raid. Do appreciate you. That's really nice. I hope you had a good stream. What were you streaming? Love the idea of bullet gen, but never picked it up. It's a fun thing to find you doing. Well, I've been doing it for like a while now. So like this is like the previous journal. It's also got my, and this is the one that I'm currently using. This is the start for July. Herd of Nerds. That's a good name. I like that. Okay. This one is the one for July. It's got a little cow in it.
Woo.
Being abducted by aliens.
It's a cowlander.
Yes, Joe. Where was I? I was doing a spiel, Joe. My brain can't handle it today.
I'm sorry. I'm the worst today. I'm sorry.
Today, I don't know what's welcome. What is with you today?
I don't think I'm being worse than usual.
No, I think it's me. Oh, I think I'm having difficulty with you today. Because my brain, as we've established, is not great right now. Love the cow. The cow's really cute. We called it not Methuselah. No, Mustafa. Mustafa the cow. We christened it last week. Thank you, McLesley, for the cow biddies. Yeah, 101 is the little cow emote on the screen. I appreciate you. Oh, Joe, never change. No, Joe, change. This is what we're trying to say.
Joe, be better.
You can do better, Joe.
Yeah. The sad part is I genuinely try every day to be better than the day before. And this is still what you get. Like people are just like, wow, Joe, you seem like you could be more upbeat. And I'm like, I guess I could, but like, have you seen what's going on here? Like, oh, this is me trying.
Have you met me?
Yeah.
Oh, Choo got a hype train.
Oh, I don't know
Alex has resubscribed for 22 months. It's okay, Joe. You don't have to whistle.
Have a hype train bicycle bell.
Valid. All hype trains are valid.
Hype train coming through on your left.
You can always be better, but never change who you are. I don't know about that either, but okay. Oh, thank you. Richard Thornton coming along and gifting 5 subs to the community. That's really nice of you. Woo. Hype train hype. Have to run. Well, go take care of yourself. Go eat. Go do all the things that you need to do. And I appreciate you coming over with a raid. That's really nice of you. Okay, I'm gonna do stuff. Maybe things.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm drawing one of my Patreon patrons.
Any reason for that? Or is it just something you felt like doing? Is it an exercise?
A Steri whose profile picture is a pine tree, which is one of the few things I can draw, said, Cleo is in MCC, color me interested. So I'm using color pencils to draw a Steri as a pine tree, interested in you in MCC.
I see. It's make Joe draw weird things today. Stream.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I am. It's Pride MCC, so like I feel like that's valid for me to go into. It's fine.
Yeah, you can talk about. You can talk about that. What's up?
I mean, like, there's not a lot to talk about at the moment. It's just a case of it's Pride. It's supporting the Trevor Project. The MCC coins are for sale. All proceeds go to the Trevor Project. Not proceeds. What's the other thing? Profits. All profits go. And brain. You see, I haven't bought the coin personally myself yet because I want to see if I win one, because it's the same one the winners get. Because of course that's gonna happen.
Yeah, you should totally win that.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I can definitely win that with my wonderful PvP skills. If they had more reasoning games, I might stand a chance. But
but the thing is, though, they put people with different strengths and weaknesses together. So, like, for example, Gem is really good at reasoning skills and PvP.
If Gem's still in the chat, I'm going to tell Joe your secret. Gem is really good at PvP on Hermitcraft.
Oh, are we just all really bad at it?
We're just really bad. Oh, we were talking about it the other day, and she went, no, it's easy to be good at PvP on Hermitcraft. I was just like, oh.
I'm going to rotate 10 degrees because we just got a tip for 10 from Salem, who says, may I suggest another pine tree? Maybe.
Thank you, Crafty Jess, for the 6-month resub. It's appreciated. And Salem also tipped me $10 and says, woo, MCC. Oh, I appreciate the woo. If B-dubs can win it, you can win it. We've spoken about our strategy. Or lack thereof. It'll be fine.
Cleo, people want to know if there's a definitive website where they can learn more about the Trevor Project. Because I don't know. I don't want to link the wrong one by accident.
I don't know.
Okay.
If you go to the MCC store, I do believe it's linked on the coin sales page, because they're up now.
What's the MCC website? I don't...
It's MCC. Oh, I'm going to have to go look things up, Joe. I appreciate you being helpful.
I mean, people want to give charity money because you're talking about it. I'm trying to be helpful, and I don't want to send them to the wrong place.
Let me see. Let me find, like... MCC Championship. Or rather, it's MC Championship, because MCC Championship is different. Let me find the Pride coin. There it is.
Okay. Oh, wow. I didn't know this website existed. This is nice.
Okay. Here is... It does not, in fact, contain a link to it. So...
Okay.
That's my reasoning. Cam has linked to MCC Live and the Trevor Project, I believe. And there's the coin from me. There you go. You got all 3 links. Woo! Go to the Trevor Project. Go either donate, or if you want a coin, there are coins available. It's fine.
Okay.
There you go. Problem solved. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Cameron and Cleo, for those links. Okay, so there you go. thetrevorproject.org, and then that link I'm not going to read out loud for the supporter coin because it's too many words.
It's too many words. So yeah, I'm waiting to see if I win before I buy the supporter coin.
That's fair. And you can also make a separate donation to thetrevorproject.org.
Oh yeah, that's always kind of the plan, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
When you do charity stuff, you should at least donate yourself.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, honestly, I wish I could do more charity stuff. But it's just like, I get approached by charities a lot, and then it's just sort of like, yeah, but I don't... I'm always kind of suspicious.
Uh-huh.
And I want to make sure it's good, but I don't have the time to research everything, you know? So...
Yeah, no, I only work with charities that I can vet. Because I think it's really important that we protect
the audience.
The audience. Yeah, because, basically, if we can't spend the time to vet a charity, we shouldn't do it. Like, we need people to be able to trust us and trust that if they're going to give money to something that it's actually legit, you know? And you screw that up once, and it's very hard to come back from. So...
Figuring out which charities are legit. Yep. Would you want to join a canon event? Like, give me a chance to do the non-canon event first.
Are the canon? Is that the horror movie people?
No, we're talking about MCC. There are canon and non-canons. Pride and not Scrubs. It's different. Scuffed. Pride and Scuffed are considered non-canon in the course of events. It's just
like they're not ranked.
Separate. They're separate sort of events.
Okay.
So, they don't count.
Gotcha. I'm thinking that the camera here, the light is way too high.
Don't worry about winning. I'm not worried about winning, like at all. Definitely not worried about winning, because if I was worried about winning, 1, it's my first time. 2, no, just no.
I'm gonna try and fix the lighting on the camera real quick, because I feel like the colors aren't coming through well. There we go. We can turn up the light at that point. There you go. So we have a picture of a Steri saying Cleo, or thinking about Cleo and MCC.
You've written Twitch.
I can't even get all 3 letters right. It's too much stuff.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm calling it the MCC Championship, which is like calling an ATM machine.
Mm-hmm. I like to say automatic ATM.
Oh, that's because you're a sociopath. So
people keep saying that too.
Would you? I mean, honestly, like non-canon events seem like they'd be more fun to start with, and I don't get sweaty. I don't want to get sweaty about it. It's just like, I've got 3 separate Twitch payments that go out at
is the
times,
difference
depending?
Is the difference between a canon and a non-canon event like how you get paid or something? Because like I don't understand. Like, just because it's ranked doesn't mean it matters more. It's still just playing games with people, right?
Joe, I didn't you're asking the wrong person. I barely know.
No, I'm asking the audience because they seem to know what this is. I don't know that. Like, I didn't know there was canon or non-canon events at all until literally now.
I don't know. Team balancing apparently is the answer.
So you would get more stressed out if you knew you were on a balanced team.
I'm not on a balanced team. I've got like, there's me at the bottom, there's Pete at the top, and then I've got, I think, Green and Gem sort of floating in the middle somewhere.
Okay.
I think non-canon points just don't count towards people individual ranking. That's probably it. To allow people who don't want to be serious about it, and allow people who don't want to ruin their record. Are you going to do team practice before the event? Probably not. I mean, I'll practice with Gem. Like, Green's told me that practice isn't going to mean anything, really.
Well, it can build your confidence if you're never done it before.
Basically, Green said don't stress about it, so I'm not going to. I'm just going to practice, get to know some of the games, work out how things go, and then go on from there. Scott's gotten good at balancing the teams overall. I mean, yeah. Like as far as I'm aware, Scott knows about everybody and where they are and how they've leveled up and stuff. So, you know, he does this all the time. So, see, that's the third Twitch on there. Mm-hmm. So I would assume so. Scott is with Martin. Yep. I mean, yeah, Scott made the decision. Scott made the choices. So. Can I pull this up? This is bothering me.
Kindleless writes, is there a market for Mystery Pinball Theater 3000 style commentary for MCC? I don't know.
There is a commentary channel.
Oh, there is.
But I like that. Like it runs like a sporting event. So, yeah, there's a channel that's commentary. But if you know, I honestly think like the players do their own sort of MST3K stuff.
Yeah.
Whilst they were going.
Because most of people who play Minecraft try to be funny, right? Is that still a thing? Do people try to be funny in Minecraft? I think it is.
I think it might be, Joe. Why are you asking?
Because my brain's broken today, too. I just didn't want to complain after you were complaining, because I was like, I'm going to have to carry this stream. And I'm like, I'm tired. Oh, boy.
As a long-term MCC fan, I'm currently going, hang on, why do we have non-canon? Because they get the opportunity to not play the same games all the time. People are much more chill about it. And it gives people like me who probably wouldn't get involved in MCC straight away the opportunity to get involved in MCC. I mean, Scott has been very clear in the past about, you know, people have to ask him to get involved in MCC. He doesn't go out looking for people. But I will also point out, he just gave me the sign up to the MCC Pride stuff. And just went, this will be good for you. And I was like, okay. Which is basically how that one went down. It was just sort of like, oh, I need someone to fill in. And I'm like, I'm not free that time. It goes, here's the Pride stuff. Mm-hmm. What is sinking funds? Sinking funds are funds that all this stuff doesn't come out on a monthly basis. So this is all my monthly bills. This is bills or things that I'm saving for that don't come out every month. So you just sink money into those funds on a monthly basis so that when the water bill comes around, I can just pay it. So it's not a rainy day kind of thing. It's like this, like I know my water's going to be probably about 100 quid. So I think over a year, I will put away. I will put away £10, so I've got 120 quid that I can then pay my water bill with.
Wait, is your water bill annual?
It's 6 monthly, but same point applies.
Ah.
Yeah, I can treat it as it's how budgets work, really. It's like I'm going to go and like, and there's also stuff on here like clothes, which is, I don't know when I'm going to need new clothes, but if I put like £5 away every month, then I've got like a saving, like a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So. Non-canon was started for MCC Jingle Jam with virtually none of the usual players. Also with events like All Stars and Underdogs, they can't really be canon. That makes sense. Because it would mess up the ranking if you just had all the really bad people playing or all the really good people playing.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that makes sense. That makes sense. And when I'm putting down the budget, this is my things that I put in a pot for to be dished out during the month, but are not bills. So, for example, petrol, and groceries. It's a sunk cost, yeah. You'll continue to pay even if you had more money or no money at all, yeah. So it's like I would rather put money away and not when the bill comes have at least most of it there for me.
Mm-hmm.
So Cleo's tips on budgeting whilst their brain is in a mess.
Yeah.
Are these stickers from a bullet journaling kit? These stickers, I am a Patreon of this guy, Budget with Ira, who is also on YouTube and does YouTube videos, which is how I found them. But they also sell these kits on Etsy. They run their own small business. Like it's one of the few creators where I'll go and hang out in their stream sort of thing, because, you know, and actually talk. So I like the community. I like him. But I am on their Patreon, which means the stickers are with Patreon every month. They get they ship them to me, and yeah, and it's slightly cheaper than if you were to buy from the store. So Budget with Ira, go and tell them Zombie Cleo sent you, because he calls me Zombie. So it's one of those people that calls me Zombie. It's fine.
Yeah, it's good for you to have people who call you Zombie.
I mean, I've got B-dubs. That counts, right?
Yeah.
And Corrales. Actually, no. B-dubs doesn't call me Zombie anymore. Corrales still does. Mm. He calls me Zombie, Cleo Zombie, then Zombie Cleo, and then Cleo. Literally in that order every time we meet up.
Mm-hmm. He's nothing if not consistent.
He is. He's consistently inconsistent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes, Flame. First time chatter, that's you. Doctor, yeah, I mean, I'm assuming it's a language thing.
Mm-hmm.
Whilst they both speak English very well, it's, you know, when you're reading something in front of you, it's got to be difficult, you know? So I get it. I'm not mad about it much.
Much? Cleo's mad.
And this one is for things that I want to save for. Currently, the only thing I'm saving for right now is a house.
Woo.
Which I have the savings for. So currently the budget for that is actually 0. But if I have anything left over from my wages and dividends that I paid myself from the business, then the extra goes into saving for a house.
You could put moving expenses as, you know, like... Cause
I'm going to be honest, I've got everything I need.
Oh, okay.
I just need the taxes back, and I need, what do you call it? No, actually, I just need taxes back and to go and find a house. No, and go and speak to a mortgage broker. Is YouTube my main business? My business is me.
Yeah.
I have a limited company, which I have opened.
Yeah, this is actually why I bought those chains. So when people ask me, is YouTube your business, I can rattle them and yell, humanity is my business. The common good is my business.
But actually, most of my cash comes through Twitch.
I'm very excited. Apparently, you now have to apply for written permission to multi-stream, and
which means you cannot embed my streams anymore.
What? No,
the multi-stream thing
for simulcasting.
Yes, yeah, because I would be streaming this, and you would be streaming it also somewhere else. Technically speaking,
well, no, because I'm not showing your exact stream feed. I actually edit it and pass it through. It's not the same.
I mean, I still think it counts.
I don't know.
Well, neither do I, Joe. And like I've just said, Twitch is like where I get most of my cash from.
It doesn't go into effect until July 1st. So
yeah, I know, which is why why I'm not saying anything. But yeah.
Okay.
Well, I have just said something, but you know what I mean. That's why I'm not touchy about it. Because Twitch is wonderful. I mean, they got to follow the law.
What law?
I don't know. But I don't think they make the policies, you know...
The policy about being able to stream on YouTube and Twitch is at the same time is illegal? Is that the argument?
I don't know. But everyone's getting really stressed out about some of the Twitch stuff. And it does feel... I mean, maybe not the simulcasting, but I think the other stuff is a bit overblown.
The simulcasting is, you know...
I mean, that's that, but yeah.
That's them making a choice. There's no, like, oh, we have to comply with the federal trade.
Yeah, but no, I'm talking about the other stuff that they're trying to head off, like the advertising stuff.
Yeah.
And people are, like... In the communities I run with, they're much more annoyed than that. Rather than the simulcasting, which is you.
Well, so I'm going to be applying for express advanced written permission to simulcast. Because
good luck with that.
Yeah, well, and I'm going to do it every time I stream. And I'm going to post the rejection notice every time I stream on Twitter and be like, well, can't stream simultaneously to Twitch today because of today's rejection notice. Here we go.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yay. So, the other thing I can do is I can do a different stream simultaneously to Twitch. So, like, I've been looking at getting one of those foot pedals that B-dubs have, or not B-dubs, Impulse has, right? So I can have the pedal cam on Twitch, and then I'll show the game in my face on YouTube.
Say nothing.
I'm voting with my feet.
Good way to get a streamer account suspended permanently under any other disrepute clauses. Possibly, yeah. Twitch needs to learn that they are a platform for streaming, not the platform. I think you would be hard pressed to go somewhere else these days and find, you know, unless you already have a significant following on YouTube, I think you'd be hard pressed to go anywhere else.
Yeah. Well, and I'm also...
I mean, if I wanted to, I could make YouTube work.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, because I'm not really thrilled with the interactivity, but I could make it work. I don't say that. I wouldn't say that for a lot of Twitch streamers. So.
I mean, a lot of Twitch streamers can't make Twitch work either. That's why they're using outside sponsorships and stuff to get by. And so if those outside sponsorships followed them to YouTube, you know, while they made the transition or while they did their own thing. Like, I've got my experimental stream set up at joehills.net/live. There's no discoverability. No one new is going to find me there. But also nobody can take me down because they don't like what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. We have a PayPal tip rolling in, and that person says they're not sure if PayPal alerts are hitting me. Let me check, because we've been having some issues with that lately. Nope, no missed tips. Okay, cool. So we got 5 from Microbird. Thank you very much. That's going to get me rotated another 5 degrees angular here. Okay.
YouTube's lack of bot support and horrible moderation settings make it definitely a do not in regards to streaming. The streaming moderation isn't that bad. It is the video moderation that I have issues with, personally. Also, their moderation tools aren't great. You are correct.
Well, when you say video moderation tools.
Well, I have people that would, for example, I have people that watch my video comments and moderate them for me, because a lot of the time they are not. How do I put this? Sometimes people don't like the fact that I am openly bisexual. Let's put it like that.
Sure.
And also, but those moderators cannot ban someone from my channel.
Oh,
they can only hide the comment. So I still have to go in and see the comment to ban that person from my channel.
That sucks. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, sorry. Because I haven't done the delegated YouTube moderation, so I wasn't aware of that limitation.
Yeah. Well, I like it, so I don't have to see that on a regular basis. However, I still have to see that on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And the streaming moderation information states that deleted messages may not disappear for up to a week on YouTube. So, yeah. I have issues with YouTube moderation in general.
Yeah. I mean, if it gets bad enough, I'm just gonna move. Well, I probably shouldn't talk about my plans for this stuff. Just to, I don't want to hasten the chat apocalypse. But yeah, I have a contingency plan for if YouTube and Twitch chats both go sideways or get worse somehow. Like right now, we're getting kind of the beginning of the summer, more trolls than usual, like more teenagers.
Oh yeah.
But like, you know, that's nothing new at the beginning of a summer.
Oh yeah, it's summer for you guys now, isn't it? Almost.
Yep, kids are getting out of school. Yeah, I gotta say, after sending my kid to camp last week and her being around other, like, 20 other kids nonstop for 24 hours a day and always having something structured to do, me being like, let's sit here quietly while I edit and you read a book is not being well received. I like it feels kind of dumb to send her to day camp when I can easily supervise her, but what I can't do is entertain her while I'm working. And I feel like it's important for kids to not be entertained 100% of the time because they need to, you know, adapt and think and stuff. But like, it's also frustrating when it's like I was trying to get that last video edited and it's like, so I don't know. I need to structure my year better next year so that I can take more breaks at this time of year. Because she's only got 2 weeks between when she gets out of school and when she goes to her mom's for the summer. And, like, I think it's like, hey, I planned something really fun for us to do for 5 hours this evening. I'm going to work today, and then we'll go do that fun thing. I think that's fine. I think it's fine to work for 8 hours and then do something fun for 5 or whatever. But for her, that 8 hours is just, like, too much. And it's like, but I really, like, you know, it's not like, okay, we're doing nothing at all week. It's like every day we're doing several hours of cool stuff. We're just not doing 16 hours of cool stuff.
No one needs 16 hours of cool stuff. Children need to learn to self-regulate.
I know. That's why I'm trying to teach her, but it's... I just feel bad because she's only here for 2 weeks before she goes away for the summer, and it's like... You know, I don't know. I'm working on that, but, you know...
No, I get it. It's like entertaining children are hard.
Yeah.
At the best of times.
And if she was here all summer, I wouldn't feel as guilty about it. Too. Yeah. It's just like the last week before she goes away, she's just like, I spent 8 hours doing nothing while my dad worked. Grumble, grumble, grumble. It's like,
hey, you got to eat.
Yeah. Yeah, remember when we got to keep living in the same school district so you didn't have to get new friends? That's because I'm paying more to live here. Let me work.
I mean, like, kids are difficult. Kids are difficult. And I understand. That's why I don't have any. Don't get me wrong. Like children, they're funny. But, you know, not for me. So that was like one of the big things was about being a teacher. Like all the other teachers are just like, oh, I can't wait to have children. I'm just like,
why?
You teach, and they're just like, yeah. And I'm like, this isn't enough for you? This hasn't turned you off children forever. Okay.
You're like, wow, I want to go home and have more of this.
Yeah, it's like,
okay.
I mean, whatever floats your boat. I'm not judging, but jeez.
But I am judging.
I am so judging.
I'm not judging, except for, you know, the judgment.
It's like, it's not parents, it's teachers that I judge for that. It's just sort of like, you want to do this again at home? Okay. I guess it's, I know it's different, but jeez. You couldn't pay me for it. You can pay me for like half a day. In some places, they don't pay you for it.
People are asking what I'm making. I'm working on my automatic ATM machine logo. It's not great.
What, is this for Joe Bucks, the new fiat currency?
I don't think that if I had a currency, it would be a fiat currency. I think it would be backed by something. And that something might be it might be absolutely stupid, but that would be the point. Like, yeah.
Joe Bucks, the currency that has a point. You just won't know what it is until you die.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like Joe Bucks. Each Joe Buck corresponds to a different book in Joe's personal library or something. Like each one of the like this one is backed by Star Trek Deep Space Nine Enigma Tales. This one is backed by Joseph Heller's Good as Gold. This one is backed by Gorbachev's Perestroika.
I suck at this game. Cheered 150 bits and said, good luck in MCC this weekend. I'll be cheering your team on. Thank you. I mean, somebody's got to.
Yep.
I mean, to be fair, we do have Grian in it, so I feel like a lot of the Hermitcraft fans will be cheering us on. In that team specifically.
Yeah, I don't know. Unless Grian did something like, I don't know, sniped the button from their favorite hermit. And then they're going to be like, Grian, come on. False Symmetry was waiting at that button for hours, and then Grian sniped her. I'm going to root for the other guy.
I don't see that happening, personally.
Oh, okay. Also, howdy to my fiance Badger Spanner in the chat. And Burger King Jr. 133 says, in a dystopian future, we may be paid to be parents. Well, the thing is, there's a lot of costs associated with being a parent. And if people can't make enough money working a reasonable number of hours a week, then they're going to, in order to like cover those costs of parenthood, a lot of them are going to choose not to be parents, which is one of the reasons, like Japan, for example, is like, we will straight up write you a check to cover a bunch of parenting expenses. Like, you know, because we're just not structuring our jobs right now.
But why do that when you can ban... No, I'm not getting into it. I'm not getting into it. It's fine. We're all fine here. Everyone don't ask.
Thank you, Paul Tipton, for tipping 10. Paul Tipton, tip 10. Teaching is like being a grandparent. You can give the children back at the end of the day. So, bringing that up to 25. Thank you, Paul Tipton. Badger Spanner writes, my favorite racer just got a speed record on one of the smallest bikes at the TT and has almost equaled his uncle's TT win record. Is the smallest bikes a special category of bikes, or did he just do this as a stunt in a normal-sized bike race? Like, he showed up with the only tiny bike? Because, honestly, that's funnier if you set a record on the tiniest bike. .600cc. That's cubic centimeters. The other races are up to 1200cc. Oh, very cool. Cleo, have you ever been to the Isle of Man?
No.
I haven't either.
Sorry, that was definitive. The answer is no, and I never will.
Yeah, Cleo's like, no, and don't you dare try to sell me on it.
Hey, Amethyst Emmy, thank you for coming over with your stream. I appreciate that very much. Hope you had a good stream.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't the Isle of Man have a cryptid that's just a talking ferret? Okay, now I kind of want to go. Okay? Sold.
Badger Spanner writes, it's nice but full of tax-evading rich people. Like most British islands.
I mean, like most countries, I think.
Yeah. Centauratron says, this sounds like a counterexample when someone says no man is an island. You just point at that on the map. Like, what about this one? Da 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 da. Yeah, I have not been to the Isle of Man. I think, so I'm trying to figure out an international trip to visit my fiance this fall. And one of the options is to fly into London and take a train to Scotland. I think that would be cool. Another option would be to do something like Canada, or basically my fiance cannot fly into the US during the immigration process, which is officially underway. I got a letter from the Department of Homeland Security letting us know that they got our money and will eventually take a look at our file. So that was nice. Okay. It's always nice when the Department of Homeland Security is mailing you things.
Yeah, it's not like stressful at all.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, good. What is this? Oh, what now?
What's this?
Isn't the Homeland secure enough?
God. Wow, depends on who you ask.
Zach the Dragon says, could you fly to Scotland? I could, but I'd have to change planes somewhere, and given the choice between flying into London, where my fiance lives, and then taking the train together to Scotland, or us meeting in Scotland separately, or both traveling to Scotland separately, it seems like I'd rather go from the plane in London to the train than switch planes in New York or something.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, just do the international travel, do the customs and everything, getting to and from London all in one trip. Makes sense. Plus, I want to see the countryside on the train ride up, which I will probably just fall asleep during anyway. But it's a nice thought that I get to see some of the countryside.
I mean, yeah, some of the countryside you see from the train window is nice. And some is industrial hellscape.
Ooh.
You never know what you're gonna get.
That's fun. I like that. I like that not knowing. The uncertainty is part of it.
Pretty sure the Isle of Man is full of snuggy people.
Badger Spanner writes, I can point out the Northumberland coast and the sea eagles. And as soon as you get out of Newcastle, the country is beautiful. Well, I'm really there to see old castles anyway, so, you know, that makes sense.
Sleeper trains are kind of fun. I would imagine so, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be taking a sleeper train from London to Scotland because it's like a 5-hour trip, but I would be falling asleep on the train because I just took an international flight and probably didn't sleep very well on that. But, yeah, another option would be Canada, although Canada in November can be cold.
No, surely not.
That's what I've heard.
Calm down, you're saying... Okay, fools. I'm making the country sound far too exciting. Look, I've lived in industrial hellscape my entire life. I know from whence I speak.
Well, actually, if we were in Scotland in November, would you possibly already have bought your house there?
Possibly.
Oh. So we could be like, hey, Cleo, I hope you like visiting people.
And then I'd be going, no, I don't want you to know where I live.
Well, no, we wouldn't go to your house, but we'd be like, Cleo, we're in Edinburgh, or we're somewhere. Come hang out.
I mean, yeah, that's doable.
Yeah, no, I'm not
Now that I know who you are.
Yeah. It took this long, but finally you know me.
I mean, most of the time I feel like I know you.
Yay.
Only most. I'm definitely not wrong, right? There are nice bits to the UK where I live, not one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Look, Abby, I've seen your hometown. Trust me, where I live is much more interesting than your hometown.
Mini Cheese Mouse says, Scotland in November can be chilly and wet and icy and dark. Oh, you know what? I realized it would be in October, not November. I don't know why I said November. But yeah, it'd be
October, maybe not.
October.
Honestly, I'm not even in the process of buying at the moment. I haven't even spoken to anyone. I am waiting on the paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
it's fine. It'll be fine.
Yeah. There is also the possibility that we could fly somewhere that's like a non-American held island, like in the Atlantic, because it's going to be a cold time of year, so maybe go somewhere more tropical.
That would be nice.
That would be cool. I've never done that. I mean, I've been to the Florida Keys, but
I honestly think, though, a tropical vacation getaway would bore you out of your mind.
Why?
The sitting and just chilling. I don't know if you would handle that as well as you might think you would.
I mean, the only thing that I don't like about sitting and just chilling is economic uncertainty. But at the point where I'm like, okay, I'm in a situation where I can't work, I'm fine. But if I'm in a situation where it's like, should I be working? The answer is usually like, have you looked at your bank balance? Yes, you should be working. You're screwing this up right now. But like, I didn't have any problem chilling when I was in London.
Fair. Reasonable. Okay. Maybe you would be a good candidate for lying on a beach somewhere doing nothing for a week.
Yeah. Badger says, Joe likes doing nothing, Cleo. Drinking booze, sitting on a beach, and reading. Yeah. That would be good. Yeah. October is the end of hurricane season. So that is something to keep in mind for the Caribbean, yeah.
I can just see it now. Joe goes away for a week, relaxing month-long beach vacation, and there's a hurricane.
Yeah. Well, it wouldn't be a month long, because I still have to get so it would be like during my kids' fall break. So she would go to her mom's, and then I would go somewhere. I feel like, realistically, price is going to determine where we actually go, because of the not being able to work thing.
Makes sense.
So, well, but yeah, like, I can't wait 14 months to see my fiance during this immigration process. Like, we got to do something at some point.
It's cute. It's cute. Joe will have built some kind of coconut launch by the end of day 2.
But that's fun. That's not... If I did that, it wouldn't be like... That to me is doing nothing. That is sitting around.
That's what I'm saying, Joe. That's what I mean.
Project says, why aren't you able to work? Well, if I'm in a country that I don't have a work permit, I legally can't work there.
No, but that's just legalities, Joe.
Yeah, but like... It's one of those things like I feel like I have permission not to work when it would be like literally illegal for me to work. Mahi says I could go to Greece. That could be interesting.
Greece is nice. Greece is nice. Good food. Beach vacation. Culture.
Mm-hmm. Cha-Cha says the Philippines is always open. I don't want to have, like, it's a long flight to the Pacific from England for my fiance, and I don't want to do that. Badger Spanner says no thanks
Spain
to
is lovely.
Greece. Okay. Yeah,
Sorry, say that again?
Badger says no thanks to Greece. Yeah, Spain would be better than Greece in a lot of ways because I actually speak some
yeah.
Spanish too.
Spain is nice. Barcelona's lovely.
Mm-hmm. Badger says south of Spain is nice in winter and autumn. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, it'll ultimately come down to the cost. Like, what can we afford, and so we'll be figuring that out probably in the next couple weeks. Because like one of the big problems with my last England trip is I waited too long to buy the flights, and so it was because it's like I don't have the money, so I can't buy the flights. And then as I'm saving up the money, the flights keep getting more expensive, and so it's like. Yeah.
I get it.
It's like, okay, so this is in October, and so it's... I gotta make a decision soon.
Making decisions with Joe Hills.
Yeah, realistically, that's one of the things that keeps Canada in the running, because people don't think Canada in the fall, that's the best, but... I could drive there if I had to. And that...
it's understandable.
Yeah.
There's my knife.
Badger says parts of Cyprus are nice. I have not been to Cyprus either. I haven't been east of Greenwich, probably. So, yeah, that'd be cool.
I mean, but if you keep on going east, you eventually hit the US.
Yeah. Okay.
Canada is beautiful in the fall, but the flies will eat you alive.
Merry Mint Martian says, if you go to Singapore during October, my dad will also be there, and you could see the amazing sight of a generic random American lawyer. Yeah, we have those here.
Joe has met random American lawyers.
Okay, a lot of people are recommending Cuba. Okay, for those of you from Canada, you might not know this, but it's actually very hard to travel to Cuba as an American. And
there's no reason why that could be. Possibly, I'm sure.
Yeah. So Cuba is not going to be viable. Even though there's ways to get permission, I'm already in the middle of one process with the Department of Homeland Security for the customs and immigration thing for my fiance. So yeah, I don't want to also set up a separate process of like, oh, let me also suspiciously visit Cuba. Because that's how the United States views all visits to Cuba.
Yeah. Want to go back to Greece. I mean, I've never been, but I do know people that said it's lovely, and I've seen pictures of their holidays. Do you keep your old journals and have a look at them from time to time? Well, I've got two as my camera mounts, and I will look at them if I need to. But like I keep them, but I don't use them.
Mm-hmm.
So.
A lot of people are recommending Colombia now. Probably because of the drug cartels. They're like, oh, if you're looking for someplace suspicious to go.
I mean, like,
Colombia's
why wouldn't
fantastic.
you look somewhere to suspicious? Being suspicious is Joe's middle name. It's a weird middle name. It's highly fought against.
Suspicious Hills.
Blech.
Badger says Italy is great for gluten-free food. Is that suspicious? Or not suspicious, sarcastic?
No, that is sarcasm, Joe.
I was going to say, that sounds sarcastic. That sounds sarcastic.
That was incredibly sarcastic, and I appreciate that.
Badger says, no, it's real. It's great there for real. Okay, but now the way you're saying that sounds really, it's not sarcastic at all. It sounds like you're saying that with a sarcastic voice, though. I can't tell.
Greece, good for non-gluten, as far as I'm aware. I wouldn't have thought Italy. Spain's very good for gluten-free because all the tapas stuff. So.
Finn Tim says in Italy they have gluten-free groceries. Okay, maybe it actually is. I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know. No, a lot of celiacs. They have a lot of celiacs there because of their dependence on gluten foods. Oh, so because they have so much gluten in their diet, normally it becomes really obvious early on if you're celiac, and then you have to have gluten-free options available because there's so many celiacs that are diagnosed.
That makes sense.
Okay. Centauratron says, I want to visit Greece and see the birthplace of my favorite mythology. Is Greek mythology from Greece, or is it just something the Greeks amalgamated from other places? As an American, I'm used to everything actually being from somewhere else, but we call it ours. No,
Greek historical culture originated in Greece and got stolen by the Romans.
Oh, okay.
So that's the people who stole it.
Gotcha.
It likely originated in Crete.
Oh.
Possibly, yeah.
So there's just some Cretan who, like, sat around making up a bunch of gods.
I mean, most gods come, like those sorts of pantheons come from gods that are, like, much older, but they just get a face and name change, usually.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all gods have had gone through, like, a name change and a, like, background change at some point.
Sure.
Some is from an Anatolia cultural exchange. Yeah, that sounds about right. The problem with European cultures is they were all kind of very close together, so there was, like, a lot of cross-pollination.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, some gods are just other people's gods with the serial numbers filed off, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, there was the city-state stuff. So each one of those had their own god, so... And they all amalgamated into a pantheon at some point. It's only one clip. I don't want to know what it is, Sea Witch. Thank you for commenting. Don't want to know.
Yay.
That could end badly.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a good one. So, have you vacationed anywhere, like, in the Atlantic, island-wise?
What do you mean?
Like, the Bahamas, Jamaica, Dominican Republic, Haiti?
No. The furthest I went is to, like... Honestly, I spent most of my childhood in the Canary Islands on holiday because my dad worked for an airline that went there, and it was like the cheapest place.
Oh,
so you know, he got very cheap tickets, and you know, so we had like like if we weren't at Butlins, then we were like basically free vacationing in the Canary Islands.
Oh, that's cool. So are the Canary Islands technically part of Morocco, or are they their own
know.
thing?
Like they're technically like Spanish owned, I think.
Are they? Okay. The Spanish Autonomous Community. Interesting. Oh. They're 100 kilometers west of Morocco.
They're lovely there. There's some like honestly, like the things that I remember from like, because I went to Tenerife when I was about 17. The things I remember are the volcanoes.
Ooh, volcanoes.
The flamenco dancing.
Flamencos are cool.
And their banana liqueur.
Ooh.
Which is lovely. Definitely would recommend if you're ever in Tenerife or Gran Canaria. Those are the ones I spent most of my time on. Banana liqueur is the best.
It does sound good.
Canary Islands are in Spain, yeah. I've been to Lanzarote once. I was not a fan of Lanzarote. But that could have just been where I was staying, and I recognise that.
Yeah, Badger Spinner writes, Lanzarote is the party island and best avoided.
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting.
Like in my family, we ended up calling it Lanzarote. So. Oh, Cezero has resubscribed for 10 months. Thank you very much. That's very much appreciated. I may have missed that one for a long time. I apologise. But like, you know, Tenerife and Gran Canaria are very tourist heavy, but I mean, like going on walks along the ocean front because it's an island, you could get really far. Really nice black sand beaches. It's lovely.
Yeah, I wouldn't have even thought of these, but this is worth considering. I don't know how to
It's a
fly
2-hour
there.
flight. It's a 2-hour flight from any of the London airports, I believe.
Yeah, so I guess I would fly into. I'd prefer not to go through customs twice, but like. But
You're probably going to find difficulty getting from America to
the Canary Islands directly.
To the Canary Islands because you have the Bahamas in between.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's a similar sort of vibe, but with a slightly different cultural twist.
Well, yeah, so the Bahamas is a commonwealth. So technically, yeah, that could be an option too. Wait,
I've never been outside the US. Unfortunately, I feel like that's a lot common for a lot of Americans. But also living within the EU, it's so much easier to go places cheaply because instead of like an 11-hour flight from America, you are 2 hours max. I mean, the US is huge. Yeah, go around America. If you can't get anywhere else, go around. Do you need to go through customs if you go via an EU country?
Well, I'm not an EU citizen, so
yeah,
I would assume so. But yeah, so I guess the Bahamas are an option too. Like I said, we'll end up looking at flights and costs, and I'm just trying to cast a wide net for like what we should price. My heart is set on seeing my fiance. My heart is not set on any particular destination. I would like to go.
If you want, like, this is my advice. The best, chillest time I ever had in the Spanish regions was on Gran Canaria, which is like Tenerife is more touristy than Gran Canaria is. So I always preferred Gran Canaria.
Yeah. Badger says the cost would be super expensive. I don't know if we can do the visa and the move with an actual holiday in the middle. That's the other thing is I don't know like which of these places are going to be in the off season in October. But like that's why I was planning on pricing it.
October, if you're going anywhere like UK holiday, like there is a half-term holiday in the middle of October.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
most of them will be cheaper
probably
in October,
at the beginning or the end.
Yeah.
If you can.
No, that's not when I can because it's when Corinne's her holiday. Okay, yeah. So this might just be completely dreaming. We'll end up in Canada in October. Yeah, but well.
There is a fly in the house that just landed on me, and it's gross, and I hate it. Gross, gross.
Oh no. Can the cats help with the flies?
I mean, if they can be bothered to catch them, yes.
Badger says it would be about 200 pounds all in for me for a week in Gran Canaria. Okay, yeah, that's more than I'm like.
Yeah.
That's the October rate. Yeah, okay.
That's the cheap October rate as well.
Yeah. See, that's the thing is like here in Tennessee, there's a bunch of stuff that goes on discount like in October. So it's like if we wanted to get a cabin near a lake in the mountains or something, it'd be like super cheap in October. But because of the restrictions on travel during the pending immigration thing, that's not an option. So Kara K says, in terms of Canada, if you go East Coast, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, or Prince Edward Island, October would be windy and chilly, but absolutely beautiful. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, because it would be a shorter flight for Badger. We wouldn't want to do, like, Vancouver, because at that point, like...
Yeah. Thank you, Lawn Cake, for the 10 months resub. Says, yay 10, be gone, fly though. Yeah, I hate flies. Blech.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Maddie says, Devon and Cornwall in the UK is beautiful, but it will be chilly in the autumn and winter months. By London, it's 5 hours by car. Well, I don't have a car.
October is not that cold.
Yeah.
October is not cold.
Yeah. I feel like Scotland, if we're gonna go, I really do like the idea of taking the train up to Scotland and doing that for a week. But...
Okay, Lee Time 7 cheered 100 biddies and says good night. Much love from Australia. Appreciated. I'm not going to say all those Lees, but thank you very much.
I think that's the Tenacious D. Lee. Because there's a song Lee where he sings that.
Lee Time 7. I got it. Lee Time 7. It's good. And thank you, Paleo, for the biddies and kicking off that second hype train. Very much appreciated.
Choo choo.
Choo choo. Oh, I am kind of brain dead at the moment, though.
Yeah, we can start wrapping up.
It's probably a good idea. Because
yeah, no, I
got it.
Yeah,
good.
I'm sure my daughter would appreciate me.
You should be Lee Time 7 for now on, though. In this chat, we play by Cleo rules. And thank you, McLeslie, for the Cleo biddies. It's very much appreciated. I can't really go until the hype train stops.
Oh, that's fine. We don't have to
keep it going, guys. That's fine.
Yeah, we don't have to leave immediately. I'm just
Why'd you always join at the end? I don't know. Timing? You get off at this time, and this is like... Actually, this is not when we normally go on for like another hour, but my brain is still recovering. Lee Time 7. I might just call you Lee 7, to be honest, because, you know, like, shorten the names. I will crack my backs.
Yeah, YouTube lets people set really long names, and if it's too long for me to read, I will just ban them. I'm like, this is... If you chose a name with, like, 128 characters in it, and it's, like, going off the screen, like, I don't have the patience for that. That was a choice.
I'm not sure that was a good choice. from you to ban people who haven't done anything, but that's me.
Well, I mean, if they roll in with a name that's like a full sentence with like, it's like a tweet, and every time they post, it takes up a third of the chat or something. That's pretty disruptive.
I don't know. I think I'm just going to. I mean, YouTube names are a mess. That is true, but I don't think I'm. I think it's a little much banning them for a name. But it's just. Oh, it depends on the name. To be fair.
I mean, I will say...
You set your boundaries, I set mine, it's fine.
Yeah, most people who set their username on YouTube as a complete sentence, it's not necessarily always a very nice sentence either, so...
Yeah, no, that's where my brain went. But it's like, my brain is just also like if it's just a sentence or a quote, I don't have it in me to ban them for that, I don't think. That's me.
Yeah, like, I mean, even if it's something I really like, but, you know, if somebody's, like, username on YouTube is the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain or something like that from the Raven.
Oh, I would definitely keep that person in.
Like, that's a great name, but it's too long.
They would be called Silk. They would be called Silk in my chat.
Just change your name to Silk. Just change your name to Silk. Prince Toby says, you might want to change your stream category. Is it wrong? I mean, we're wrapping up soon.
We're wrapping up, so no.
It's about
even if it is wrong, it's not that wrong.
What is it set to? I set it to art. And it didn't save. What? I just watched it revert as I clicked the save button. I feel like this software is like messing with me on purpose. I set it.
I think that you're
I clicked
being paranoid.
No, I literally just watched it change back in front of me.
Software. It's just bad software.
No, that's what I'm saying is no, I'm not saying they're targeting me. I'm saying, like, I've been thinking all this time I'm just bad at this. But I did it and I watched it change back. They're bad at this. This is them. This is them being bad at this.
Joe's software is haunted. Facts.
Just because I'm paranoid doesn't mean that Amazon doesn't suck at writing software.
Yeah. But they are also out to get you. This is facts.
Oh, when does the new Minecraft drop? Is that like... Is the new jar out yet? I realize it's Minecraft launch day for 120. We haven't talked about it once.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I mean... in like 10 minutes.
Is it like 10
it's
minutes?
Minecraft launch day. I will play... Like, I'm not going to be playing it for a little bit, so it doesn't make a difference to me if it drops today or not.
Yeah.
Like, the server won't update for a little bit. It's fine.
I've got to update my Patreon server. So, that's why.
Yeah, well, we update when we've got the API for it, so.
Yeah, I don't. We're doing it live.
Honestly, I'm looking for a new server hosting company because mine are just... They removed the 19.4 jar that we've picked to run our server on from their list, and that messed up our server. And then they tried to make out that it was our fault, and it was just like, I've just paid you for 3 months. I need to look somewhere else.
120 is in the launcher, is what Badger's saying. Interesting. Well, I mean, do you have the ability, like, does your staff have the technical ability for you to just rent, like, a full bare metal machine and set it up yourselves? Because, like, letting the hosting company decide which jars are installed feels like a like you're gonna have problems with the same people. Or even if you find a different company that has a different list of jars, you're gonna run into problems like this. You need to own the jar list, it feels like.
Haven't joined the page and haven't got access yet. Yes, that's all going out probably today. Sorry, pushed. Hearts. You get hearts. Okay, I think it's time to head off now.
Yeah, I gotta go update my server, so...
Yeah. Okay, guys.
Yeah, we'll break into our individual chats. Cleo, it was great chatting with you.
Yeah, it's nice to speak to you today, Joe. I'll speak to you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so we are going to disconnect here. Camellia M says, I don't see it in the launch window. What am I doing wrong? I don't know. I don't know if it's in the launcher yet for me. Let me find out. Okay. Why don't we, if it is in the launcher, why don't we update the server live? Because everybody loves when you're doing server maintenance live. Okay, so if I go to where is that launcher? Minecraft.app. I'm gonna open up my launcher and find out if it's in there. Downloading update files, updating. If I can just download server jar, that'll be fantastic. Server maintenance live. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah. I mean, that's the great thing about this, is it's just updating a jar. Like, I'm not running any... This is like a legit vanilla server. That's the differentiator. When people are like, why would I play on this server instead of somebody else's, some other hermits? It's like, because this one is like legitimately vanilla. Sometimes people are like, oh, this server, the redstone doesn't work because of, what do you call it? It's like the bucket or paper or whatever. Nope, none of that here. Okay, downloading the jar now. Okay, so then we are going to SSH into the server. Dun 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 do 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 da 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 bum 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 bum. Okay, so we're gonna copy the URL for that. CD ds9 wget server.jar. Okay. We are going to access the screen for ds9 /list players. Nobody's online, so we're going to stop the server. All dimensions are saved. We are going to do a manual backup. cd.ls tar dash. Actually, cdds9 tar dash czf /manual archive 2023-06-07 1.19.4 final.tgz. So we're gonna run that tarball. That'll be a little bit because it's 9 gigs. Ba 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 ba. Dun 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 dun. Okay. Tarball is being created. BKJ says, how do you join the Joe Hills server? It is a Patreon server. $5 a month gets you Discord access to chat in the Patreon Discord. $10 a month gets you Minecraft server access. And that's at patreon.com/Joe Hills. I'm going to post a note that on DS9 Ops, DS9 down for 1.20 update now. Okay. Okay, so I'm just making my little checklist here. Takedown server is okay, done. Download 1.20 jar is done. Now we are doing manual final state world backup. We're going to do a Bahala wipe where I delete the region files that have the ancient city in it, but without special loot because people just want the armor trims, they said. Doug says, as many hundreds of hours as I put in Minecraft, I've never played with other people. Is it just sort of a free-for-all? That really depends on the server. This server is kind of run on benign neglect. If somebody creates a problem enough that it comes to my attention, I ban them. But otherwise, it's not really a lot of rules or anything. Like, people can kind of play the way they want to play as long as they're generally kind and patient with each other. But there are some servers where they're like, you can't have more than 2 chickens or 3 sheep or whatever. I don't do that. Okay, tarball generated. So let's go ahead and let's review our regen Bahala script to make sure it still works. Okay, yep, so sh regen bahala.sh, done. So that removes the 4 region files that have Bahala in it. Now I need to open the man page for LN, target link name. Okay, so server-1.20.jar ln-sf server-1.20.jar server-now.jar. Okay. What else was on my list here? Replace jar symlink, Bahala wipe. Oh, I think we're good. I should rename that that script from start7 of mine.sh to start ds9.sh. Oh, I also need to add a cron job to start ds9 on server launch if there's a reboot, which is I don't have set up right now because we don't reboot the server often. We just reinstalled the operating system. I'll come back to that. sh start ds9.sh. Preparing level world ds9. Preparing region for direct dimension Minecraft. Okay. Let's create a new instance here in multi-MC. We might just test this. Okay. So, new instance in multi-MC for 1.20. Really? They're only seeing RC1 in here. That's weird that multi-MC isn't seeing... Okay, there's a way to launch Minecraft from its own launcher? How do I do that? Where would I find Minecraft launcher? I might not have it installed on this computer. Well, that's... I haven't thought this through then. I could import the jar manually. Oops. Okay, if other people want to connect to the server to verify it's working, I wanted to do that on the desktop so I could show it on stream, but that's not, because multi-MC doesn't have the new jar yet. It's not going well. And I don't want to bother installing the Microsoft Minecraft launcher on this computer. Okay, so let's see if I can manually download the server jar and then use that in multi-MC. Are there any server properties changes I need for this new update? Hopefully not. Okay. Cross-platform server jar download. Server-1.20. Okay. As long as fire tick is off, I don't think anything can break too badly. That's cool. Okay, well... I guess I can just check it from my laptop. Boo. Okay, but here we go. Play. I wanted to put it in the video. Since this is a live stream and it's a visual medium, but you know what? We're just gonna confirm that the server is up manually here. Using the magic of laptop. Oh, hey, it rotates when you do the thing now. Okay, Deep Slate 9. Server is working. I'm just gonna make a bunch of noise in Bahala real quick to anger any wardens. But you can't see me doing that, so you don't know if I'm actually doing that or not. Yeah, let me just open a lot of chests real loudly. So loud. Okay. How are the armor trims in here? Like, are they like patterns? What should I be looking for? I can't even tell if there are new armor trims or not. But whatever. It's fine. Okay. That seems like an appropriate amount of words to leave around. I found one. Smithing template. Ingredients. Ah, okay. Okay. No, I'm disconnecting. So, yeah, I'm not manually putting loot in Bahala. I just wanted to verify that it was working. So, awesome. Okay. Yeah, the Elgato is hooked up to the Switch right now, which is, well, I've got my Switch controller here, so I'd have to completely unplug the Switch dock and plug in the Elgato. The appropriate amount of wardens is at least 3. Yes, and I always use Tango Tech standards. Okay, cool. So, I am going to see who we can raid now. Twitch.tv/directory/following. It looks like Kendersite is doing some Minecraft 120. So we're going to go ahead and /raid Kendersite. And when you get over there, our raid message is, howdy y'all, Joe Hills raid here. Anyway, until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring. Do.